And we're live.
Get this phone set.
Make sure that volume's down.
Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay tonight. And
this is our first live with the internet.
Cool.
New internet, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
So we're fixing to find out if it's going to work with two phones running and the computer.
Like it is so far.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Hey, Squatch and Holler, Gary, Blue Eyed Northern. Good to see y'all. Glad y'all came on. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. And I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. And hey, Janelle. Good to see you back on here with us. And I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. So, me and hers had an interesting day today. We went camper shopping. Yeah, we're looking at some campers. I'll tell you what, these things are expensive.
Yeah.
And
I got some sticker shock today.
Yeah, so
I did. Even on some used ones, I got some major sticker shock.
Hey, Flat Rock. Good to see you. Hey, Billy. Good to see everybody coming in. Yeah, we went and done a little shopping. We ain't definite on nothing yet.
The only definite we have is 20 foot and under, 2 axle. Shall I do my usual with a bathroom?
Yeah, we got to have a bathroom before we have anything else, I guess. But hey, Mark D, good to see you tonight.
Well, the bathroom is why we're looking for a trailer. I mean, a camper.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's the number one reason that we said we had to have a camper.
Yeah. We're wanting something small where we can still go, hey, Crystal, good to see you tonight. Hey, Misty. Good to see everybody coming in. So we're just wanting to find us a little camper where we can go to these meet and greets and go into some places to make it, a little life a little easier. We'll still sometimes probably have to tent camp if we get into some real
she's in a corn maze.
In a corn maze.
I forgot they were doing zombie paintball too.
Okay, well, cool. Have fun, Misty, and be careful. Don't get shot. So, I'm glad you dropped in. I just talked to your aunt a few minutes ago.
Yep.
So, and talked to Sherry for a few minutes. So,
did we say hey, Mark D? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, I think I spoke to Mr. Mark D. Yeah. Good to see everybody on.
So yeah, one of the last camping trips we went on.
We had a good time, but we got a little wet that Sunday morning. So.
The air mattress went flat. The bathroom,
pretty nasty.
That was a trip in itself. And then it was bear country, so we were constantly having to load everything in the car and load everything back out of the car and back in the car and back out of the car. Yeah. And I told Mark, I said, "That's it. 5,000 reasons we need a camper right there." So
I'll tell you, Crystal, they're not cheap. Now, of course, we went to a camper place today where they, they're asking a lot more money.
A lot.
I think an individual, we can find something a little more reasonable. And
$28 million. That's a bit out of my range as well.
Wow. Well, we think some today it was over 100,000. Ain't no doubt about that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
In fact, that Mercedes-Benz camper was 144,000.
Is that the last one we looked at before we left?
That's the one inside. It was a truck camper.
Oh, the RV one.
Yeah, I don't know how much that other one was.
I thought that one was 68.
So yeah, they're all. So we're still looking, and there's something we ain't got to buy nothing right off bat. We just want to have something.
We did learn a couple things today while we were shopping about some problems we're going to run into looking for used ones. One of them is like if it's got the slide outs and they didn't take care of it each year like they're supposed to, we could run into some problems there. Same for the roof.
Hey, Bobby, good to see you.
But the number one problems that we ran into, they actually had 2 used ones on site. One of them was not too bad, but the other one was the people smoking in them. So that's going to be one of our big major deal breakers, I hate to say, on a used one.
Nothing against nobody smoking. It's just, it was
bad.
It was strong.
It's in every vent, nook, cranny, every piece of fabric in there. It was bad. It was bad.
So it's something we're going to be looking at. And we've had a couple of friends contact us with theirs. So, we ain't got to buy something quick. We just
But before our next camping trip.
Well, I think our next real big camping trip's actually going to be next spring.
Oh, so, is it?
Nobody's really having any outings in November or December. Baby.
So we're not going camping?
Well, we can, yeah. We'll probably do something, yeah. But also, when we get ready to go visit people, it'll be something we have.
Exactly.
We can cut out those.
That's
motels.
what I was meaning.
Oh yeah. We'll
go visit people, take an RV with us, or a camper with us, rather. Yeah. So but, we have a possible new subscriber that we're going to have.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. And,
anybody wanting to go down in our area looking for a camper, we dropped into Camping World, and Mr. Keith Williams helped us really well, and he might be a new subscriber to our channel. So
if y'all are looking, Anniston, at the
y'all are looking, go check it out.
Anniston, Alabama. So
yep.
He seemed like a very nice guy.
Yep.
And but
Brown Springs, first week of November.
I hadn't heard
Where's
about
Brown
that.
Springs?
That's in Arkansas.
Oh, is that Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's a little far for us to go.
Might not be if we have our.
We won't have a camper. Okay.
Dang. Okay.
All right.
I tried.
All right. Last night we went and kind of had a date night, kind of our anniversary. We'll kind of say we went and watched Pam Tillis in concert.
Well, come on, Cryptic.
At the Oxford Performing Arts Center. That's a little place there in Oxford, Alabama, right off I-20. So if any of you has ever come through Alabama on I-20, you come right through the little town of Oxford, right next to the town of Anniston. It's on the way to Atlanta. But that was a very good concert.
Pam Tillis is 66.
Yeah. She put on a very good show. She's kind of funny, comical like her daddy, and put on a good show. And she still can sing. I can tell you that. So
yeah, we've driven to Falk and all that ourselves. So
well, that would help with Falk because I do want to go back to Arkansas
because that was the meet and freeze.
We
love it, the meet and freeze. Yeah. Because our trip there, I about froze my fanny off. That's when we used the electric blanket and the battery, wasn't it?
That was in Falk, not LBL.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
But his was the meet and freeze in Falk in LBL.
Yeah, he went to the one LBL that we had planned to go to and we backed out because of that.
But our Falk one was a meet and freeze too.
Well, the first night was, then it warmed up and it was pretty nice the rest of the weekend. So, yeah, we had a good time there. Enjoyed.
Hey, Mr. Haywood.
Hey, Michael, good to see you. We met some new people and that's.
Where we met a couple of y'all at.
Yeah.
It's where we met Pat and Joe, and
that's true.
And it's where I got to meet Janelle and Laurie and all them.
Right, and got to meet William Lunsford there, and trying to remember who else was there. Well, first time I got to meet Lauren. Yeah. So.
Oh, you'd never met Lauren before?
Never met Lauren before. I've been
just Laurie. Okay.
Been around Laurie several times, and because Laurie's been over here.
2.8. That's still,
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Decimal in the wrong place or not, it's still out of my budget.
Right, so we enjoyed that last night. That was and it wasn't packed out, which made it even better.
Yep.
And she done a good show. Like I said, she still got it. She's one of my favorite country singers, one of them. So on the female side, she's always, and it seems like she's a good-natured person. So let's see. He could put his air mattress in the trunk of his car.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, it's all kidding aside. Now I've talked with Spencer about this, but I've thought about having something down this way sometime or another too. I don't know if we'll get it in this fall, but of course I'm gonna help with whatever him and Misty and want to do as far as a meet up and greet. They hadn't really decided on that yet, but yeah, Crystal, it'll be a pretty good drive to Alabama. But
yeah, I was just sitting here thinking I drove from Georgia to California twice.
Yeah.
So come on.
You be well treated down here though when you
absolutely.
Get here. So
all right, now I want to know what this sale is, and why Miss Pat said for Michael come get his chicken. I mean, I want to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good right there.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There's a lot. Hey, Mark Creel, good to see you. And
Hey,
hey,
Miss
Miss
Hudson.
Jean, good to see you. Glad to see y'all in here tonight. Oh, okay. He said he's gonna be in this area in early November.
Y'all forgive me for yawning. I'm tired already.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll try to make plans, squatch and holler if we can.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all possible. So
I got to go get more iron infusions too.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So that's the last 2 days, and this week's been we finally got some beneficial rain here. We've been needing it big time.
Wasn't a flood, just a nice, slow, light rain.
And in fact, got some more this morning. So the ground is finally good and wet now. How deep it is, I do not know.
We are, 2 hours from Greg?
Yes, we're 2 hours from Greg's.
2 hours south?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be easy to get to Greg's. In fact, we're probably going to swing through
PJ.
there. Hey, PJ, good to see you. We're going to probably swing by and see Greg a little while tomorrow. In fact, probably after the live, I'm going to give him a call, and he may show up here in the chat in a minute. Spencer's not going to be able to be with us tonight. He's got company, and I know Miss Sherry's probably getting ready for hunting tomorrow, so some of our people won't be along. But hey, we all can't always make it, you know, and I understand.
And that's all good.
It doesn't bother me and Rebecca because I know all of us are busy. And this Friday night, I mean, like tonight, my high school that I graduated from is having their homecoming, and they're undefeated in their class in the state, and it'd been nice to go watch them play tonight and homecoming. But hey, you can't do everything, and plus, you know, we want to keep our lives pretty consistent.
Yeah,
because we know we're going to miss some here and there, and so.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well, happy birthday to your son,
Yep.
Crystal. Tell him happy birthday. And I hope the other situation's going better. We'll still be in prayer for you on that.
I am tired because we didn't buy a big enough bed.
No, not when we got a dog. It wants to take the whole bed up.
Sister likes to get in the middle of the bed.
Hey, Deb. Good to see you.
And sleep with her head on my pillow, pushing me off the edge of the bed the entire night. Anybody that thought a queen size bed was big enough for 2 people, you ain't got animals, because guess what? I'm the one that said we don't need a king. We'll be fine with a queen. And then we got sister.
We live and learn as we go in life. Yep. Hey, Miss Bama, good to see you. Glad to see everybody. I'm glad to see everybody tonight.
Absolutely.
Glad to see everybody. So,
BS Bama BF. Cool. And Miss Brian?
Yeah, Miss Deb. Yeah.
No, Deb. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. That is what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
I try to speak to everybody that comes in if I can.
I missed it.
That's why a lot of times I'll speak even though you're talking, because I want to acknowledge everybody.
That's why I kind of wave at people and mouth things while you're talking.
That's why I like a smaller chat, because I can acknowledge, and it ain't moving so quick. I miss somebody. In case I do miss somebody or have missed somebody, hello. And
Roger said that sounds like his dog. Sounds like every dog out there. I think a Chihuahua will even push people out of the bed.
So you have a plant to talk about tonight.
I do.
So we'll get started on that before we
26
talk about
watching
anything.
And only 11 likes. Hammer that button. Oh.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we have done a plant of the week for several weeks now. We've done the Jerusalem artichoke. We've done comfrey.
No, you hadn't done comfrey.
No, we hadn't done comfrey. We did goldenrod.
Yeah, you done goldenrod, and
we did beautyberry.
Beautyberry, yes.
All right. So this week we're going to do one that, if y'all can't find this, we got a problem. Blackberry. There is wild blackberry growing everywhere. I think
there's more to blackberry than you think.
There is. Yeah. So blackberry, you can actually use all the parts. So the roots can be used, the stems can be used, the leaves, the fruit, all of it can be used. Now, I'm just going to read off of Google here. y'all do your own research. Like I keep saying, do your own research, because when you do your research, it'll stick in your head better too. And you can compare like different sources and things to see if they all say the same kind of thing. It's kind of like what I was talking about in my video where I said some things will say it's toxic, stay away from it. But if you read several other places, they'll all say it's not toxic, it's just not good in large quantities, or they'll say something that explains why. But you also have the pharmaceutical companies versus the herbalists saying that some things are toxic. For instance, sassafras. Do you remember when we gathered all that sassafras on the hunting club, and then I started Googling?
Yeah.
And it said it was cancer causing.
Right. But I think it's like anything else. Too much quantity.
Too much is a different thing. Yeah. So I'm just going to read to you a couple things that Google says, and y'all do your own research before you do anything. And like I said, also, don't think you're going to come off of your meds by swapping to herbalism. Some meds weren't meant to be dropped immediately. You've got to taper off of them. Yeah. Work with a doctor. And if your doctor just does not want to do herbals, find a new doctor. All right. So blackberry plants are useful in the treatment of cancer, dysentery, diarrhea, whooping cough, colitis, toothache, anemia. I'm surprised at that one. That's the first time I saw that. Psoriasis, sore throat, mouth ulcer. It's good for mouthwash, hemorrhoids, and minor bleeding. It's got a lot of uses. Blackberry leaf tea is good for promoting healthy liver and kidneys. It stimulates appetite. It improves blood circulation, reduces high blood pressure. It says it relieves hangover and reduces blood sugar. So it does a lot of good things. Now, I think this is the one that I wanted to look at. Nope. Oh, this one says it's used for treating diarrhea, fluid retention, diabetes, gout, pain, swelling, inflammation. Bear with me. I was looking at it earlier. Nope, that's not the one. Just another second, guys. So the one that I was talking about was telling how the raw leaves are used in like salads, and the young shoots can be eaten raw without cooking and stuff. It was talking about how the tannins in the blackberry, of course. Are you sure that isn't the definition of old age? It was talking about how the tannins and everything also need to be kind of washed out, because it also gives it the antiseptic properties the tannins do. So there's a lot of good stuff there. And I can't find the one that I was wanting to read to you, because it was talking about how to use the roots, how to use the berries, how to use all the different parts of it. And now it's lost. I knew I should have kept it open.
And one thing about wild blackberries, y'all have to remember, most of them probably haven't been
sprayed.
Well,
depends on where it is.
Well, yeah,
don't go gathering on the side of roads.
But like back up in the woods on old dirt roads and stuff where no spraying's been happening, and which you always be careful around a blackberry bar patch. Snakes. They love to climb up in them, catch birds. I about got bit by a cottonmouth one time that was laid up in top of the blackberry briars. And I was reaching my hand in there for a wad, and I seen movement, and there he was. And if I'd went on another foot, he'd probably pop me on the hand. And so,
yep.
Now there's not. I don't think there's any ripe in our area right now.
Not right now. They're all gone now. Yeah. But something that you can think about is there's several different varieties of blackberry out there. Of course, all of your more medicinal probably is in your wild blackberries, but we have a thornless variety that we grow here. We've actually got several thornless varieties now that produce very large berries. So we've got those and the wild varieties that we can use both of. We can go out and just collect leaves and dry them for teas. The root I think it was the skin of the root that it was saying in the article that I was reading is what the medicinal properties are in. And you can use it as a mouthwash. It's like an antiseptic mouthwash and stuff like that. But the berries, gather them up, make cobblers, make dehydrate them for teas, for flavoring in water, freeze them, smoothies, jelly. Now, I make jam versus jelly because I'm not going to sit there and do all that work to get the seeds out of it. That's just too much for me. So I like the seeds in my blackberry jelly, or blackberry jam, I should say,
well,
which might be more of a preserve.
Now, one good thing you could do right now would be plant some.
Yes.
Right now is a good time to plant them.
Right now is a good time to plant anything like that.
Especially with the sap fixing to go down and before it gets real cold.
Let's make a disclaimer here.
Okay.
In the South.
In the South, yes. Yes.
In the South, because if you've got the freezing ground for winter, where your ground actually gets frozen, I think they wait till spring to plant most stuff like that.
They have to.
Because that freezing ground for the first year of your plant might kill it.
Yeah.
We don't get frozen ground here usually. And even the 4 days we were below freezing temperatures, it didn't get the ground really bad. We lost some stuff, but we didn't really lose a lot of stuff.
It's like my hunting club, Creepy Mountain, is loaded with the things. And back when they was doing all the clear cutting years ago,
Gary can't eat
patches and patches of wild blackberries and the dewberries, or whatever you want to call them. We call them dewberries here. And some raspberries. You see some wild raspberries pop up.
And it was saying that the raspberries kind of have the same properties.
Have the seeds.
Yeah, diverticulitis, probably.
But if you really stop and think about it, anything wild that's edible is probably very good for us.
Yep.
Especially when it hadn't been treated with synthetic fertilizers or herbicides. I noticed Miss Jean says she has to be careful in Michigan because they spray everything with a helicopter. That is true. There is some, like our power companies here now spray their power lines with helicopters. They don't go in bush hog them like they used to. They just come in with a helicopter and spray that right away.
Yeah.
But now a lot of
they also have that crew that comes in with the backpack sprayers and walks it.
Right.
Remember that first year we put the bees at your uncle's?
Yeah.
And they were there spraying that power line that year?
Yeah. So, but some of the places on the hunting club, the timber company, hey, Dennis, good to see you. They don't spray. They just come in and clear cut, and then they come back right back. Now, here when they do spray, right after they clear cut, they'll come and spray to kill anything from coming up, and then they'll plant their pines. And Michael come right in there and said, "Yep." So now I've seen that, and I didn't like it because that just, but once it gets on up a little bit, if it's cold once they sprayed it with too, but most time you see the vegetation come back pretty quick. So, but there's places that you can get a lot of people with pastures. A lot of times around fence rows, there'll be a ton of blackberries growing there, and
ponds,
old fields is growing up. So there's some places that you could find them, and so. But to me, it's a very good plant to have. Of course.
Yes.
What? Yeah.
Yes. The raspberry ones for me. The wild raspberry, because they get wrapped all around my ankles.
Yeah.
They hurt.
Yeah. They will take over a place if you don't watch them. You don't watch them. Ooh. More likely what he done. I didn't know they done corn that way much, but they may be starting on it. Is a lot of times to harvest.
I can tell you what they spray.
What they spray?
Pesticide.
Could have been.
Because they're looking at, that's what Josh called me for, remember? Wanting to know if we had the pesticide they put on the corn.
Okay.
To keep the weevils and stuff out of the corn seeds.
I think I've mentioned this before. Most people would die if they knew how they gathered our wheat now and our oats, and they go spray Roundup on it. to kill it. That way, all of it's good and brown when they gather it. And there's been people have mentioned that our wheat in this country is not suitable for human consumption. Now,
I love my thornless.
I didn't say it; somebody else said it, but I've watched them. I had buddies that were big row croppers, and they would go in. And that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But this one, his corn stalks are already brown. So
right. Sound like what he did. He sprayed it with some kind of pesticide. And I hate to say it, so much of that's getting in our food. Hey, Ella, glad you jumped in.
Hey, Ella. So yeah, I love my thornless berries.
Yeah.
We've got thornless blackberries on all my fence lines. Well, not all of them yet, but we're getting that on all the fence lines, and they give berries like that big.
They're a lot bigger than the wild ones.
Juicy, easier to pick. Now, my vines aren't as hardy, I've noticed, as the wild ones, but I also don't treat them like you treat a garden. I'm not out there making sure they've got enough water and making sure they've got enough fertilizer and all that stuff like I should. We're more of a feral farm, I guess. You throw it out there and it's going to do what it's going to do.
Well, we had natural blackberry coming up when we moved here, and we've had knocked some of it back.
And we're fighting all that still.
And because it's trying to take over around the ponds.
Yep.
I've had to knock some of it back, and it's coming up all kind of places. And I don't mind some of it being here, but it will take over a place if you don't watch it. And we're trying to just name. I know a lot of y'all already know about blackberries, but we're also trying to look at what
everybody can find.
But we're also trying to find stuff that might help you with medical issues, not replacing medicine by no means, but might help you, better down the road for some stuff. Because I know I don't like having taken all kind of pills, and I don't like having to take them for blood pressure. And I'd love to throw them all down the toilet, which if I lose weight would probably help some of that. So and there's all kind of varieties, and you need to look and see what does best in your area, because I'm going to imagine the ones up north are going to be different than the ones down here. They're probably going to be more hardy toward cold weather.
Yeah.
Where ours are probably built more for hot weather.
They are.
And so, and that's where I tell you, go back, look at your extension service.
Yep.
For your state. They'll have what does the best in your state or your area as far as what type of
I guess I can pull that off the screen, can't I?
So, and I tell you another question I was asked.
Go ahead.
Well, we can answer that real quick before I jump in that.
I haven't gone mushroom hunting.
Now, that's something that me and Rebecca was going to try. We had bought some, put them in the logs, and put them down in the creek to soak up. Then we had a big flood come through and wash them down the creek. I've been wanting to get back into that because I do have 5 acres of woods.
Mm-hmm. But he's asking about finding mushrooms, not growing them.
Well, I know, but
he's talking about finding the morels and the lion's manes and all that.
I hadn't never really went. I've seen.
We've not gone looking.
Yeah, we hadn't really. That's something we probably need to start learning.
It really is. So. I've not done as much in the mushroom area as I should because I really don't like mushrooms.
Yeah, but we still need to learn.
We do.
Yeah, Crystal, we had some 40 tonight. We had a couple of nights ago, we had some 40s and last week, and we're supposed to go back into the 40s tomorrow night and Sunday night, Monday night, I think. So we're getting some pretty cool weather. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. So yeah, we're getting a fall here pretty quick, and our temperatures have been nice during the day. I think the highest I've seen lately has been about 80 degrees, so it's been very nice. Can't ask for better weather right now.
Let me know how that works, Mr. Haywood.
Okay.
Whoops.
Remember that thing gets wild there, so watch it.
So does the operator.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's right. That's that time of the year.
It is that time.
Yep.
And that's why I'm saying we have not asked Rebecca how to harvest black walnuts.
Woo, that's a job.
Why are we asking me how to do that? You just go around picking them up.
No, there's a little more to walnuts than that.
Harvest, it said.
Oh, okay.
Dude, go around picking them up. There's
Well,
your
you pick
harvest.
them up. Well, there's a way you have to do.
Yeah, you do. You have to put on gloves, especially,
soak
or
them in
else
water
you're
and
gonna
all
be.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Get the stuff off of them. Yeah, they're a chore.
Hey, Sawdust.
Hey, Mark, good to see you tonight. So,
The crazy mouse. Oh yes.
yes, I have to. Yeah, she'll hit it for us over with. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
the mouse.
It'll happen.
There, it's got side buttons. So if we black out at some point, it's because I hit one of the side buttons and turned off the live. So yes, it's a crazy mouse. But like I said, sometimes it's the owner's problems. Yes. Boiling black walnuts to descent my traps.
Hey, prospecting, good to see you. Glad to have you on tonight. There was another question, and I ain't putting the person on the spot, but she asked me a question about sweet potatoes. So I'm not going to bring her name up. I've got to look into that. How many you would need?
Oh yeah.
For.
Oh, that was a question sent to you.
Yes.
I didn't know it was sent to you. I thought you just stumbled across it on Facebook. Okay.
No. So I've got to sit down and do some figuring on that. If you still in here, I will try to have you an answer on that. And once I get an answer, we'll come back.
That probably our plan of the week next week or the next week.
Well, we may talk about sweet potatoes.
Because that's another good plant that has a lot of benefits.
Yes, it does.
And storage ability.
And it's very easy to grow most of the time.
And hide.
And it's a very pretty plant. You can actually also eat the leaves off it.
And let's make a distinguishment here. The flowering sweet potato vines that you find in the floral section for hanging baskets and stuff is not the same plant that you plant for sweet potatoes. The sweet potato plant that you plant for sweet potatoes to actually harvest does not work in a hanging basket.
Right.
I had to steer people away at work today. I mean, not today. I had to steer people away from them at work.
I don't know if the people up north can really grow sweet potatoes. I don't know if their time period is long enough because they are a hot weather plant. You can't.
What is it? 120?
Huh?
120 days?
That, but also the ground has got to be warm when you plant them.
But it's 120 days before frost.
You've got to harvest them before frost.
Before frost, yeah.
If you know frost is coming, you got to get out there and get with it. And because what happens, it kills the vine, and then it makes the sweet potato rot quicker. And because they really need to be out of the ground, put somewhere to dry to cure for a few days. Then you need to put them in a dark place where no sunlight.
Before the cold.
In a dark, cool place, and they usually stay good.
Yeah.
All right. So, but we'll get on sweet potato because there's so many varieties, but it's something that you can grow in buckets. The cattle
tubs.
I mean, there's some ways you can do that, and if you can't got a big spot in your yard, you can, and they make pretty vines, and you can actually eat the vines too.
Yep.
The Chinese and Japanese actually eat a lot of them, and they make like salads out of them and stuff. So, oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, I love sweet potatoes. That's probably one of my most favorite.
Wow, 700 pounds.
Woo! Boy, I had to fool with them walnut. The walnut rough fool with. But they nice. They nice.
That's 50
cents. A lot of our ancestors.
That's 50 cents a pound, ain't it?
Ate them things a lot.
No. Okay. Now I need to find out how much money that is actually.
Yeah. So.
Because I can't math.
Yeah, I love sweet potatoes. It's a crop that a lot of the Southerners,
20 cents a pound.
a lot of Southerners survived off of, especially after the Civil War up through the Depression. That was a main staple for a lot of Southern people.
And you don't grow sweet potatoes the same way you grow regular potatoes.
Yeah, there's a little difference in them. A little difference. A lot of difference. So.
Like regular potatoes here, we put them in the ground in February. Unless we know it's going to be rainy, because then they'll rot in the ground. Yeah. But they do better planted in February before it gets too hot and everything. Right. So. And you plant them deep, really deep, or heal them. Me, I plant them deep and let them fend for themselves. I don't need to see it grow every step of the way, because I don't want to sit there and heal it up every week. That's just too much work for me. Right. But they come off in summer. Yeah.
Well, sweet potatoes, you like to heal them. And see, we used to do what they call sweet potato slips. We didn't actually cut the eyes and all that. We would have people, the older generation, a lot of y'all raised up in the South, probably your grandparents or parents. Hey, Greg, good to see you. Probably had a little sweet potato slip packed somewhere hid out around their house. And when spring
come, the ones that sprouted in the house is what they planted.
You know, and when they got up, they'd go pull them slips out and they'd go straight to the field and take them like a broom handle or something, a stick, and they just start pushing them in.
Yep.
And they'd push them in a hill, and then they'd come back about a week or so later and they'd pull more dirt to them, because the more dirt you keep pulling the sweet potatoes, the more they keep producing.
And both types of potatoes like soft soil.
Yes, they do. So,
because if you have a hard soil,
hey, Joe Parker, good to see you.
It's going to make your potatoes stay small.
Yeah. So, yep, it's Did I speak to Greg? Yeah, I spoke to Greg when he come in. I got to call you in a minute, Greg. I'll call you after live if you ain't busy. But we are still coming up that way tomorrow.
Uh-oh. Somebody's dog's about to learn a lesson about toad frogs. Hey, Mr. Parker.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
And I did get to finish that video, wasn't I?
Manual airmail walnut.
I get what you're saying now. I went back and did watch that video.
Oh, you gonna tell me about it later?
Yeah, we ain't gonna get in the middle of that right now. So.
No, I said tell me about that.
I kind of know what he's talking about now.
Okay. Because I need to know what's going on too.
But well, we ain't talking about. We're talking about something else. We'll talk about that in a little while.
Okay.
Anyway. So, see, we've talked about blackberry. We jumped a little bit on sweet potatoes. And
sweet potatoes will be harvesting hours.
Probably starting this next week.
Yeah.
We got this little rain that may have helped soften the ground. Probably about Monday or Tuesday, I'll probably start digging and see what we got. And go ahead and
maybe like last year.
Because we're already over 120 days.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, because we actually got them in the ground good this year.
Yeah. They just didn't do very well, though. So
yes,
we didn't have the big pretty vines like we usually have. But hey,
you know, last year we didn't have the big pretty potatoes either.
Right. So
that's kind of what I'm afraid of.
We may have to plant them in a different place next year.
Yeah.
Too, just to see if something, something different or something. I don't know. May have to put them in a different place. So we'll see. But
how many people got your greens planted? We ain't.
We ain't, but we probably got a rain, so I might get some in the ground this week. I plan to do.
Hey, Miss Wanda.
Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Try to, try to get some of that stuff planted. I'm gonna probably go next Saturday to the hunting club and knock out the green fields.
Yeah.
And I need to do some plowing here, get the breaking plow on, and go ahead and break some fields, and then I need to call co-op and get them start bringing me some lime and putting it out.
Yeah, because we're going to do that whole big field.
Yeah. Then later on this winter, we'll start fencing.
Yeah.
But I need a little more rain to come, get the ground more softer.
Yeah.
Ooh, I tried to drive a T-post the other day, and it was like hitting a rock. I'm telling you.
It's bad.
I'm beginning to wonder if that's why my shoulder's been hurting this week a little bit.
It could be.
So
I got to dig holes for 3 more apples and 3 fig trees and a plum tree and 5 or 6 blueberry plants.
Yeah, we got.
I think it's
something
5
like
or 6 I
that.
got
We
out
got
there.
some fig trees, and
Yep.
we'll probably buy some more fruit trees this winter somewhere and try to get them put out. Hey, Glenn
Have
Francis.
you people ever heard about ivermectin stopping cancer? I've heard it,
Hey,
but I don't know.
Now, Francis, Glenn Francis, you kin to Francis is in Alabama? Because my brother-in-law was a Francis.
Those boys down here feed deer the cull. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am kind of on the fence for the ivermectin thing. It's a puriticide, and I've heard some people say that it treats the cancer. It's one I don't know which way to go with that one. So
Yeah.
I've heard of the fenbendazole for that too, because that's another type of dewormer for horses also. I'm not sure where to go with that. It goes against what I know, but I'm not going to say that it's wrong, if that makes sense.
Not change the subject, but have anybody seen a lot of persimmons this year? I mentioned somebody.
Yeah, somebody saw green ones.
I haven't seen many here.
I have not.
I don't know if they didn't get the rain they needed. I've seen a few on the trees, but not like they usually are. Usually they load it to the gills, and they'll start ripening right about now. I just ain't seen many. I just wondered if they done better in other areas this year. So
yep.
Janelle says they're loaded there. That's good.
There's another dewormer that starts with a P. I can't remember the name of it.
Gary's seen a good bit out, so that's good. That's good. Greg's seen a few.
I don't know where to go with the wormers treating other things, because wormer is supposed to treat a parasite, whereas cancer is your cells attacking themselves or something. It's not a parasite. It's something that. So I don't know where I am with that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it, Mr. Haywood. Yep.
Yeah, Janelle, a lot of people's muscadines. Greg's up there. Woo, Greg was loaded to the gills with them. Our plants even produced a few this year, so I haven't even been down my uncle's house to look at that big vine down there.
You got close to spelling it right, Mr. Haywood. And permethrin is a bug repellent type thing. Yeah. It's not really a wormer. It's an external treatment.
Yeah. Always be careful of anything. Just be careful. Be careful.
And we're going to move on past the wormers, because I don't want to get down those rabbit holes. Right. So I'm not going to fault the people that go down them and say it's good. Yeah. I'm not going to fault those people. But there was somebody that came in and said that Celtic salt was the cure-all for everything now. It was pretty much salt. So I just don't know where to go with some of these things that are the wonder miracles. It's salt with minerals, basically. And yes, salt with minerals helps get your body where it needs to be, but it's not curing cancer. It's helping your body fight it.
So looks like everybody's said they've had good persimmon turnout. So must have been because we didn't get the rain when we needed it.
Well, it also probably is because we got that late freeze when we got it.
Yeah.
Squirrel won't eat my walnuts, but they love the pecans.
Yeah. But Power Made It said squirrels eat the walnuts and then he eats the squirrels.
That works. Yeah.
I need me a good mess of squirrel dumplings. I ain't had none in a while. I need to.
Ooh, 100% hen of the woods.
I need to harvest a few squirrels this year and make some squirrel dumplings.
Hen of the woods is a good one. Chicken of the woods.
Oh yeah.
Watching that on Vault's channel. What's Vault's channel?
I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know
what
either. Vault is.
Probably one of the doctors.
Okay.
I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I'm not going to say it's not true, but I'm also not going to say it is true. It's one of those that's mixed company.
Abby wants squirrel dumplings for Christmas. Hey, yeah, that sounds good.
If y'all have squirrel dumplings for Christmas, I'm going to drop in. As long as you didn't cook the eyeballs and the heads with it.
Yeah, I still get tickled with my sister when she went over to my grandma's house that time and smelled real good. And she went to the boiler on the stove, eased the lid up, and there was squirrel heads all floating in there.
Yeah,
she like fainted.
That's a whole lot of no for me.
But the older generation ate them. Well, the older generation didn't waste anything.
They did not. They did not.
And if we grew up in that time,
and you know what? I'm sure my dog will love it.
But and two here on the squirrels, we usually wait for a frost to come
because it gets the botworm.
Well, and most squirrels I kill don't have them.
What is squirrel perlo or period? Oh, period.
We usually wait, let a good frost come through. And something else I noticed is that the squirrels around pastures and fields seem to have the wolves more than the squirrels way out in the woods. Now, that's what I've noticed.
And the wolves is a botworm. And
I think that some of that may be because the squirrels sometimes get out into the manure and stuff around the fields. I wonder that. Now, I may be totally wrong, but I noticed, like, if I go out on the national forest hunting where there's nothing but woods for miles and miles, the squirrels out there seem to be not have as many wolves. Oh, yeah, it's
Sherry's birthday. Man, I forgot about that.
I forgot to wish her happy birthday.
Yeah, we've been talking to her all day.
Yeah,
not all day, but.
Well, I did on Facebook, but I meant to tell her face to face while ago when I was talking to her. Man, I forgot that. See, I forget stuff all the time. I'm getting.
Well, we've wished her happy birthday. Just didn't do it by mouth.
Right. So. Yeah, well, I'll make sure. Anyway, let's see.
Well, Misty's in a cornfield. In a corn maze.
Yes,
excuse me, a corn maze. Yeah. And something about zombie paintball.
Zombie paintball.
So I don't know if they're hanging out together today or if they've got something planned
for
later. But
bear hunting tomorrow.
Yeah. So. They may have already done the birthday thing. I don't know. So.
Well, that'd be nice to be going bear hunting.
Wouldn't it?
Be nice.
Yep.
Which our bow season opens up in Alabama this weekend.
Oh, that's what we need to do tomorrow. Get that.
Our bow. Well, we won't have time tomorrow.
That's right. We will not. So we done crammed so much into it.
But
and we'll have to probably come back home to rescue sister.
Yeah, since we'll talk about that a little bit. So
not on the show.
Yeah.
Y'all, sister has been outside all day, so she's passed out on the floor.
She's not even moving right now.
She's not. So that's why y'all ain't seen her yet. She's just
passed out. She'll be up here in a minute.
So
you get to keep talking about her, she'll hear that name.
I know it.
But
gun season starts tomorrow where Mr. Haywood is.
Okay. Yeah, our gun season is always came in the Saturday before Thanksgiving. That's the way it's been ever since I was a little kid. And that's our rifle shotgun season. We have a little muzzleloader season that starts about a week before gun season, but our bow seasons always came in around the 15th of October. What did Janelle say?
She wanted to know if we've heard of tapping corn stalks for syrup. No.
Haven't heard that.
Now, sugarcane has a resemblance to corn stalks. So does sorghum. Has a resemblance to corn stalks. So that could be what you.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
But you don't tap the corn stalk. You just take and squish it and get the sugar out.
I haven't heard it, but now there could be people that's done it in the past. I don't know.
Tapping? Like you do a maple tree?
Well, it may do it. I don't know. I'm not going to say it don't. I don't know. It may put out some during the summer. I don't know.
Tapping or squeezing?
Well, it may be squeezing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So I was going to say, I can't picture tapping a corn stalk because it dies.
Oh, Greg said their season's already come in up there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, our I think we're in District 3 in Alabama, and so we still.
Ooh, we have an Alabama license.
Yeah, we can go hunting anywhere in Alabama. I don't know if we got a permit,
including his house.
Yeah, you could. But let's see. Yeah,
You saw someone doing that in a dry corn stalk, old timey way, tapping. So they put something into the corn stalk and let it drip out the sap.
Well, they may have now. I'm not going to say they hadn't because they've done a lot of stuff.
I may have to look into that because I don't understand that.
But I will tell you, when you cut a corn stalk, it's real green.
Right.
It's a lot of water comes out of it. So
it was a picture, yes. Okay.
Now next year, I am planning on growing some sorghum. I got a friend that's got a sorghum pan and all that, but I'm gonna try to plant.
And we're gonna
try to make some syrup.
Sugar cane too, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I've got to watch it. So I'd like to get back to
these were dead dry.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say that it was a setup picture. If it was a picture you saw, because if it's dead dry, there's no sap left in it.
Greg said he's seen it too, and he thought it was a joke. So I don't know, Janelle. I don't really know on that one. I just
corn syrup.
Huh?
It's a joke.
Oh. Okay.
How do you get corn syrup?
Okay.
You tap the corn.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be a joke.
Hey, Frankie, good to see you,
because you're not going to get sap from a dead plant.
Yeah. That's
Ken, folks.
Yep. Well, me.
Yeah, he is.
Glad to see a Ken person on here.
Well, Ellen was on here.
Yeah, well, Ellen was on here.
But she didn't call us out.
No, she didn't. So.
Yeah, I'm betting if that was just a picture, then it was a fake joke picture because, like I said, it just dawned on me, corn syrup. How do you make syrup? You tap a tree. So how do you get corn syrup? You tap a corn stalk. Yeah, that one's going to be a fake thing.
I don't know. Miss Bama just said she Googled it and says you can. I don't know.
I'm going to have to look it up.
We're going to have to look at that and see.
Because I can't see tapping a dry dead corn stalk.
We'll have to look and see because that might be something. I don't know.
Old man doing it looked like Jonathan Odom. Yeah. I'll have to. In fact, let me just go ahead and do it.
Oh, okay. I had talked to you about that, Greg, because I wouldn't mind getting me a cane meal, and most of them you find now are wore out too. That's the problem. My buddy's got a yard full of them down there, but he ain't gonna let none of them go. But he's got a nice pan. Me and him spent 2 years building that copper pan, and we finally got to fire that thing up. And we used to cook sorghum all the time. I enjoyed it. It was all week. During the week, we would cut the cane, then cut the heads and strip it. And then on Saturday morning, we'd fire up the pan and start squeezing, and we'd be out there all day. But, man, we had people coming, and Miss Bama said it's not dry, what she's talking about. So
they're saying the season is in winter.
Huh?
What I'm looking says the season's in winter. Good winter project.
I have no idea on that, but I'm not going to say it's not possible. Now, they may tap it during the summer and put the juice up somewhere where it can't, turn or something. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll have to check that out. Look into that.
I'm definitely got to look that up now.
Miss Jean says also you make corn syrup by removing the corn from the cob and boiling the cobs. Huh. I agree. We'll talk about. I'll talk about. Yeah, that's fine with me. I can convert it over to run off a tractor too. But I know a guy that hooks a lawnmower to his to run it, or used to. He just tied a pole to the lawnmower and put somebody on the lawnmower driving it in circles, and so that's interesting. We're going to have to look into that. So
yeah, I definitely.
That is interesting. I know that, silage, when they cut silage, it keeps some moisture in it. That's why they put it down in ground.
Uh-oh, what are we shopping for?
And, probably because me and Greg's talking about a sorghum meal.
Oh.
So. But, yeah, I would love to have one. My grandfather's got thrown in scrap iron by mistake. My uncle, one of my uncles.
Your own cornmeal. We have a mill to
We
grind
do have
corn,
the mill.
yes.
I've got to get it set up. I got to get the rest of the corn out of the field, start shelling. I appreciate Rusty the other day on the video. I don't know if y'all noticed him. He shelled all the sweet corn for me, and just sitting there. It was funny. He said, "Man, I ain't got to do this in years." I said, "Well, have at it, buddy." So I wasn't know how to argue with him about it. So
freeze the cobs and make it in winter when you have more time. Yeah, may have to try that.
Interesting. That's something Mitch I ain't never thought about.
And they're clean because they've been kept.
I know my daddy and them most of the time when the corn cobs were green, they was throwing them to hogs for cows. Yeah. And because down here, sorghum and sugar cane was what, because I know up north, it's probably hard for y'all to grow sorghum or sugar cane once you probably get on up pretty high. Because it's about a 4 to 5 month crop. Mm-hmm. And you do got to harvest it before frost.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Father-in-law made a lot of syrup in the Wigufka.
Yeah, they got that coming up.
That's right.
In a couple of weeks, yeah. I think they are going to have a sorghum.
That is his father-in-law. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. So, well, Frankie knows who I'm talking about.
Field corn for the meal.
Me and Lane made a lot of syrup. Woo! Made a lot of syrup. So, yeah.
But we're gonna feed some of the sweet probably to the chickens.
Yeah, well, the Jimmy Red will be what we grind for the meal and grits, and maybe even make some corn flour out of it. I'll probably tighten the stones up and rerun some through it and get a little corn flour, because they said that's the best way to do like frying fish. And
it is. And it is satisfying.
Yeah. So,
peaceful.
Yeah.
Lane's a good man.
It is. Yeah, I got to go down and see Lane. I should.
And yeah, we're still going to Pinehart tomorrow.
Yes, we're planning on it. Yeah,
but they don't take pets. They don't allow pets.
I told Greg I was gonna call him here in a little bit after the live. We'll give him a call, and we're gonna try to come on pretty early if we can, and everything. Try to see if we can fit Faulknerville in too while we're up that way. If we have time, if we don't, we won't. But I got some buddies gonna be sitting up there with their farm all tractors and everything tomorrow, and. Because I'm gonna probably join that club too. And
stevia! I love my little stevia plant.
Yeah. Miss Jean says but
no growing that in Upper Michigan, but
I
you can grow corn and stevia.
Because y'all don't have a long enough period. And sorghum is a hot weather plant. Yeah. It's like okra, watermelons, sweet potatoes. It likes hot weather. That's why we grew a lot of it in the South. I know they grow it all the way up to Kentucky. I don't know about Ohio up in there, but I know Kentucky. And once you get so far, you can't do sugar cane no more. We're about on the line for sugar cane.
Yep.
You might could go another 50 miles, but once you get up, because I don't think they grow much sugar cane up North Alabama. I ain't never seen. I've seen sorghum.
Yeah.
But I hadn't seen sugar cane. Sugar cane can't take much cold weather.
Yep.
It's a real hot. It's a tropical plant.
Pencil cob's a good corn to do that with.
Yeah. I've got some pencil cob seed, and I got Hickory King. I got Mosley's Prolific. I got that Jimmy Red.
Don't you have Tucker's Favorite still?
I ain't never fooled with Tucker's Favorite.
Oh, I thought you did.
I ain't never fooled with Tucker's Favorite. Long time ago, and I didn't like it. So. I've always done better with the Hickory King, the Mosley's Prolific, Hastings Prolific, Pencil Cob. All them make them better.
Yeah.
Meal corn. So.
Okay.
They make bigger
kernels
and stuff. Yeah. Make big old ears too, and that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because that makes a lot more meal. And if you're gonna grind something, go ahead and grind something that's got it's big.
Mr. Haywood's gonna soak them walnuts in kerosene and launch them with a slingshot now.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be one way to do it.
Make a black walnut cannon.
So, all right. Well, the Bigfoot world. Let's see. There's some I know there's a video come out somewhere out there.
Miss Joan texted me. She was apparently in Ellijay today.
Okay.
Because she said they went right by the Bigfoot Museum and wanted to know if we knew about it.
Okay. She should have stopped and went in it.
And then she texted me at the start of this, and was talking about the other video. She was like, they saw one. I was like, yeah, that one's fake.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say about the video because I wasn't there, and because I mean, I don't know. I don't know, and there's no sense.
Jordan makes some watermelon mead. There you go.
Yeah. So there's no sense.
Feel free to share.
There's no sense going down that road because I just don't know. And I mean, people could say the same thing about what went on here. They could call that.
Yeah,
fake.
The video from the train.
Yeah. So it's hard to say about that. I really just don't know. I don't want to come out and say it's not true. I mean, sometimes it's best just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
On some things, just don't get in the middle of it. And, I mean, just sometimes. I mean, now if you truly know that it's a hoax and you got evidence to back it up, then that's one thing. But if you don't really know, sometimes it's best just to don't jump off into it, Because I'm about people. I'm about trying to love one another, trying to get along. There's sometimes in life we have to bow up with folks and get a little ugly with them, and
but not to the extent that the Bigfoot community's doing.
And easy. We don't want in on no fights. So
we are staying out of all fights.
Fights right now. So,
any and all fights,
especially with fights that we don't really know what's going on about.
Yeah.
So we're more about loving folks, getting along, and not being judgmental.
Yeah.
And I try to practice what I preach. So even though sometimes I don't agree with things, but there is times I will say something when I know something is truly false. Then I'll come out and say it. But
some of these people got to be nice.
Yeah. So.
And they not being nice.
Yeah. But that's just the way it is. I hope y'all enjoyed the video with Hattie and Rusty, and y'all got a little more. The ones that just watched it, you got a little more of what's went on from this area. From Hattie. I mean, Hattie had some stuff going on even way before Creepy Mountain. I mean, he'll tell you, I ain't never seen a Bigfoot, but he said, I just don't think stuff that was going on was a human hoaxing me. And but that's just the way it goes. And had a good interview. He was nervous, but I'm glad he came on and talked about it. I'm hoping to have a friend of mine, Adam, on here in the next couple of weeks that spent a lot of time up on the mountain. And hopefully I need to call him.
Mr. Parker is soft spoken.
No.
Ooh, do we know the same Parker?
Yeah. But and that's fine. I mean, everybody's got their opinion, and I just don't want to get into war with something. Or
we've been wondering where you were, Miss Janelle.
Yeah.
She's been canning a lot.
Yeah, that's good. Be putting that food up.
We've been trying to use up some of ours
because you never know, and what's going on in Israel. I know that's on the other side of the world, but it can affect us.
We canned a whole bunch of green beans last year for somebody else that ended up not getting them. So we have our amount plus all theirs. So this year I haven't canned anything hardly. Hunting 2 weeks now, canning. There you go.
Yeah, we're hopefully fixing. I need to go up on the club and get my feeders put up and start watching put my cameras up and start watching my area, see what I got coming through. Yep. And I need to put ours up here.
Yep.
And 2 or 3 different nights I've walked out to go to work, and they were
corn tapping's a joke. Possibly just watched the video. Okay. I was thinking it was. I know that there's some sap in them while they're growing, but I don't think they tap individual corn stalks to get syrup.
Yeah, I don't know how that process works. I really don't.
Mm-mm.
So,
I have no clue how they get corn syrup to start with.
Well, Miss Jean said a while ago they boil the cobs. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they do all that. So,
But for the commercial part of it, that's a lot of corn syrup.
Well, I don't know. They may take that corn and run it through a ferment.
Yeah, I don't know what they do.
Squeeze it out and cook it or something to make syrup, just like we do with sorghum and stuff. So I'm not sure. And they probably have to do it. May have to do it when it's green.
I'm sure you have to do it when it's
green.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how they.
Oh, I have jelly beans in my fridge.
Yeah. So. But let's see what
they
else.
Are so good. We snapped them and put them in the same sauce mix that we put in our pickles. And I do my eggs that way in the same brine, and I do my okra in the same brine. But I don't eat the okra.
Right.
I watched somebody pull out an okra piece, and it was just dripping slime, and I was like, no.
Yep.
Ooh, squash is a dilled or squash is a sweet? Because the sweet pickled squash is good. Same for the pickled onions. In a sweet deal.
All right, y'all going to quit talking about food
and olive oil. Yeah, y'all. We went and ate at Olive Garden today. We had their never-ending soup, salad, breadsticks, and pasta bowl.
And
I still ain't got room for anything. But y'all making me hungry. I mean, filthy happy. I like drinking the brine. Yes, it's very good for cramps and stuff. And they say good for blood pressure, but I don't know. Made my own pickle relish. Good.
Yeah.
Sweet hot squash. Okay, that's cool.
Thank you, Mr. Francis. So yes, we try to stay nice. We try to, and not try to. That's one thing. I try not to down nobody if I can help it, because somebody can do me the same way.
Yep.
And to me, it's more about people than it is about the Bigfoot anyway. But
French fried green beans. Oh,
I've heard of that before.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So
that sounds good.
Yep, it does. Sure does.
We have a dinner tomorrow.
I don't know.
No, because we'll be on the road.
Yeah. But
yeah, pickled onions are delicious.
Yeah.
She's like, onions, Frankie? Yes, pickled onions is delicious.
Yeah, I've tried it one time. It's pretty good. Pretty good. You can bite pickle anything.
Yes.
If you want to. You can bite pickle anything. Close to it anyway. So
the pickled onions is good as a sweet pickle.
Yep, it is. Yep. It is. But if y'all ain't got a chance to watch the video with Rusty and Hattie, y'all go check it out. He's just being down to earth.
Breaded beans.
Telling you what stuff he's experienced. And like he says, he don't know if it's Bigfoot or not, but he said, sure does point that way. And
I am glad to hear that, Miss Janelle. She dry canned onion and bell peppers. Like I said, keep one back for 6 months and see what it looks like then.
Yeah.
And keep one back for a year and see how it did.
Yeah.
Because if it's still good at a year, you'll know.
Yep.
But if it's still good at 6, but not at a year, you'll also know, hey, I can do it for 6 months and that's it. To be able to can bell pepper and onions, woo, that's like a game changer for me. Because I don't like them soggy. I like them to still be good enough to throw in like casseroles and stuff like that. So that would be great. I probably ought to start dehydrating them, honestly, but
right.
The younger the bean, the better they are to fry it. That's probably some truth there.
Ooh, that sounds good, Greg. The deer
grilled bacon
backstrap. Ooh.
Grilled bacon wrapped fresh deer. Nice.
Mercy.
Red beans, sweet potatoes, slime biscuits. Okay. Are we having leftovers tomorrow? That's all I want to know.
Oh, my.
That's all I want to know. Hey, I'm not a closet brine drinker. I drink it in front of people, so.
Oh, my.
I love to drink the pickle juice. Chow chow and cornbread. Now that's good too.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Fresh
Somebody,
butter.
who was it? Somebody the other day was asking. Oh, it was Greg brought
Fried
up.
bacon.
I think it was
Cool.
Greg brought up what you like. What was your favorite dish? And mine is deer chili and fried quail with the green beans and milk gravy with biscuits.
Yeah, that's what I saw that.
Yeah. So.
What's my favorite? Gee, I don't know. I just like food. Of course, if you ask Mark, what's my favorite?
As far as what? Supper.
What's my favorite? If you were to answer.
What's your favorite?
Ice cream.
Well, I was gonna say that ain't really supper though.
But it's what I ask for a lot. Yeah. I don't know what my favorite supper is. I love chili. Do love chili, but I also like chicken soups, chicken and dumplings. I do like chicken and dumplings made right though. They got to have pepper in them, and the biscuit dumpling versus the
You're a demanding person, aren't you?
No. These people no chicken livers.
Yeah, chicken liver's good. They cook right. I like them.
No organs. Sorry. No tongue. No oysters.
Crystal said her chicken knocked it out of the park. Wasn't none of it left over.
Nice. May need to send me a recipe. Just saying.
Yeah, Mr. Francis, you put God first. That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Yes. Tell him again, Frankie. No chicken livers. Just no.
Yeah, chicken livers and gizzards.
No. Did y'all know our local KFC still does livers and gizzards?
Do they?
They do. They tell you which day they're going to have it, and they serve them up till they're gone.
Well, I thought they had quit it for a while because people went over and they
certain days.
Okay.
They do it only on certain days.
Tommy would be happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a post they made the other day about it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fried quail with gravy and biscuits. That's, yep.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, you can't beat fried quail. It's hard.
Yeah, no chicken liver. Sorry. You can smother anything else you want in onion except livers and gizzards.
Oh, me. Now, I'll tell you what else is good. Wild turkey fried, breast fried. Soak it in buttermilk all night in the fridge and fry it the next day.
This is going to be one of them shows, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're talking about food. I've tried to steer them away. I know,
and we keep going right back.
I try to keep getting away from food, and we keep talking
Blackberry cobbler. That's all I got. Blackberry cobbler. That's what started it.
I don't care what anybody talks about.
No organs. Y'all leave the gizzards and livers alone. That's just gross.
Oh, man.
No tongues, no oysters. No feet.
What did Pamela say she ate at Waffle House yesterday?
Yeah.
What was her all-time favorite?
I don't remember.
Yeah. She was talking about something she loves to eat at Waffle House. I got tickled.
Tongue. No, thank you.
No,
thank you. I'll eat cow, but not tongue, nor oysters.
Yeah.
Nor intestines, no chitlins. Sorry. You can't get them things. No pickled pig's feet. You can't get that clean enough. Now it's getting gross. It was going the good way. Now it's getting gross. Pig's feet, chicken's feet. They just walk around in their own. You might as well eat the chitlins before you clean them, because you can't clean neither one of them 3 items enough to make me even try that. Just no. Is it true you got to skin the tongue? Oh my Lord! Y'all gonna tell us how to cook the tongue now?
Okay, Mark. Yeah. I've heard a little bit around Bruton before, not a whole lot, but there's probably there's probably a lot there in that area, especially with them rivers coming through there. So,
PJ, I'm on the way to your house. I can't with this group. I'm on the way with your house. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, I must.
Because banana nut muffins, chocolate chip muffins, much better. Much better. This is where we could talk about my chocolate chip sourdough cake and muffins I do.
Yeah.
With a coffee flavored icing.
Yeah, they've been good.
I've been asked to make that for our Christmas party.
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I do sourdough. I love sourdough.
My eyes are
but I don't
itching for.
make bread every day. You know how you feed your starter and you toss some of it? I make stuff from the stuff I toss.
Right.
So I'm a discard baker. Yep. All right, now. That's not even a thing. And yeah, apparently, really? Isn't that called black pudding? Really? Pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. That sounds good. That's another one I need a recipe for. Bread and a wide mouth. I'm going to try. Yeah. I saw somebody doing that the other day, the bread in the wide mouth jars. Mark showed it to me and I said, yeah. He said, can you do bread in a jar, in a canning jar? I was like, yeah. I've never done it, but I want to try it now. So I may have to try that. But you can do cornbread. Cornbread turned out okay.
Yeah, she done cornbread. That turned out pretty decent. Cornbread in the jar. That was pretty interesting.
Homemade chicken and dumplings. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That sounds real good.
Yeah. And it's getting that time of the year to eat
is.
Stuff like that. And because you make big crock pots of it and everything.
What type of pudding is that? I don't want to know. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, pineapple pudding. Okay, pineapple pudding sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, Crystal, no.
Or we got some characters in here.
I know.
Woo.
You know, I thought we were going to do good talking about all the different, the flavors of ice cream like we did the other day.
Right.
All the good stuff. And now we've gone down sardine and soybean. What? No. The other half of that chocolate fudge milkshake is actually very good. But sardines and soybean oil?
Everybody's getting it in the ditch. Ain't
I with the poop pudding too. Oh, cow tongue is poop. Okay.
Yes, you can heat your flour in the oven to kill the eggs.
And that's what we did. We did that when we canned some flour.
You can do that. Or you can put your flour in the refrigerator too.
Freezer,
excuse me. I meant freezer, but yeah.
But I tell you what, I like the version of the oven better.
Yeah, because then you can put it in a jar or something.
You don't get the condensation.
True.
So, a rollback.
Yeah, we're gonna need a rollback.
Yeah, we do. We're going back to let's see. What do we want to go back to? Lime. You need lime in them fields.
Need lime in them fields.
That way you can plant a good deer plot.
Right.
Since it's deer season. And I'm going to be wasteful. I'm going to eat deer meat. I'm not eating the rest of it.
We do pretty good about our deer because we take a lot of it and grind it up into.
I have not made watermelon rind jelly, but I have heard that it's good. And I know liver's very good. I just can't handle that texture. I'm not a texture problem person. I can handle most every texture out there. But liver, you got to chew it 9,000 times before it ever even gets ready to swallow. And just no. If you've got no electricity, yes, you can still put it in an oven, a fire heated oven. You just want the temperature to be high enough to kill the bugs. Yeah. But yeah, the freezer, we did freeze some. But like I said, it gets a moisture in it from the freezer somehow. So I don't recommend the freezer anyway. I like the oven baking for it. So what won't y'all eat? Don't ask that question. They'll tell you.
Yeah, you get some stuff stirred up quick.
My sister, Greg, would eat a double-decker. The bottom half was peanut butter, mayonnaise, and banana. The top half was mustard and bologna with cheese. All of that in one sandwich. just
Yeah, I remember your daddy eating a lot
yes,
of
Crystal. It's
chicken
a
livers out
filter.
there at
It's
work.
full of all the nasty stuff, which is why I won't eat chicken feet and pig's feet either.
Frankie
Or
said, I
chitlins.
remember his daddy eating a lot of chicken livers out there at work.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I used to work with Frankie's daddy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pop and burn the heck out of you. Okay.
Yeah.
No. I won't cook them either. Anything that cleans out the bad stuff, I'm not interested in chewing on. There you go. There you go. I'm not going to eat the heart. I'm not going to eat the livers. I'm not going to eat the stomachs, the intestines, or the tongues,
right,
or the feet. I do have, or the head. I have a line. And if it comes down to the crap has hit the fan and that's all I have available to eat, I will go pick myself some blades of grass. Chicken wrapped, grilled bacon wrapped chicken livers dipped in barbecue sauce.
Sounds good.
Take the liver off of there and we're okay. Grilled bacon wrapped chicken dipped in barbecue sauce. We're good. Yeah. I can't eat shrimp. Shrimp is actually good.
Yeah, I like shrimp.
But I'm allergic. So technically it's a cleaner too, though.
Right.
It is. It's a filter.
Oh, man.
Yeah, minus the word liver, and the rest of that statement is delicious. As long as we're not putting no white sauce on there, we're good.
That's right.
Let it be regular barbecue sauce. Grass it is. See, I knew somebody would agree with me.
Yeah, a lot of folks used to eat squirrel brains in the heads. Yeah.
Nope. Souse meat and head cheese. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And a lot of folks used to have the mountain oysters all the time.
Yeah,
too.
no oysters. Nope. No oysters.
We ain't talking about real oysters.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why I keep saying no oysters. And if you don't know what an oyster is,
We ain't talking about the water.
go fix your cow. Or your goat, or your pig.
Yeah.
They all have a different name.
How many people on here has ate goat meat? What did you think about it?
Uh-oh.
I'm wanting to, I know, here she comes. I told you she'd wake up sooner or later.
It's awake. Get my sister. Let me move this, though.
I've heard that, Michael, that a lot of doctors tell you quit eating brains from any kind of animal. I've heard that before.
Turn around. They need to see you on your show.
There's the star of the show. She finally woke up and decided to come visit a minute.
Y'all look at her. She looks tired, don't she?
Okay, Greg said he's ate goat. Said it was good.
Okay, what's it like eating?
About like deer.
Like rabbit is like eating dark meat chicken. What is goat like eating? Don't say chicken because I know it ain't like eating chicken.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oyster's a loogie in a shell. That's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Grilled goat or smoked is good. Okay.
I've ate goat before. It wasn't bad. I heard you have to be very careful. Yeah, I remember Ossie used to bring goat out there and eat it all the time, but I was a little nervous about Ossie. Ossie was a character, and I didn't know about, I hate to say that, but,
pre-smoked all night, so it does kind of taste like deer.
Okay.
We're debating on deer versus cow. I mean, goat versus cow.
Yeah.
And the reason there's a debate is a cow, the way you get milk is to have a baby. And I like beef. So if I have boy cows, there's a plan for the boys. The cow stays in milk way longer too, but it also produces a lot of milk. That's more than just two people might need. Now it would be something that would be good for barter and stuff like that if the situation came down to it. However, goat produces a far less quantity. And in order to have goat milk, again, you have to have baby goats,
right.
And they don't stay in milk as long and you get more babies. So you have to have a plan for the babies, and I have never had goat meat. So
not too many people around here eat it anymore as I know of. I know when we had a large Mexican population
so don't
here.
let it get cold and reheat it, okay? So eat it one sitting, basically, no leftovers.
Now I like goat's milk. In fact, I got some in the fridge in there now. Every now and then I'll buy a little bit.
Nope.
Who has eaten bear? I have. I've ate it before. It was pretty
not.
decent. What I ate.
Grainy and musky.
We got some friends that's bear hunters, and she made some awesome bear stew. Greg can
that was good.
Greg
I forgot
can
it had bear in
testify to that. I think she knows what she's doing with bear when she cooks it, because it was
good.
That bear stew was very good, and
yep.
So
she uses it a roast. PJ.
Yeah. I heard if you handle the bear good.
Can you do goat yogurt?
Goat yogurt.
She said goat cheese is awesome, Miss Blue Eyed, Miss Pat. So I wondered if you do yogurt with goat.
Go over there, sister. All right.
I mean, I'm sure you could.
You get heavy after a while.
Fish eyeballs? Are we going back down that road again? Because no.
That bear was good. It was very delicious. Miss Sherry knew what she was doing with that. She,
beans, fried potatoes,
and that's the thing is here in our part of the country, we can't kill bears, so
milk straight off.
Nobody's really getting to cook bear a lot here. So, just like years ago, when the Canadian geese started coming here, I used to shoot some of them things, and Mama tried to cook them, but she just didn't know what she didn't know how to cook them birds.
Yes, I want milk goats, Greg. I actually want a breed called Oberhasli. But I am going to have to do some research into which breeds are not as likely to escape.
Raining out there again. Hear it hitting the ground. We got the front door open because it's nice, and I can hear the rain falling again. So, oh yeah, salmon's good. I love salmon.
Nobody has answered my goat yogurt yet.
Okay. I don't know why you couldn't make it. I mean, I don't know why you couldn't make it.
No, either. I definitely have to try because I like yogurt.
I know, sister. I know.
And Gypsy's just passed out over there. No to the salmon. I can't. I just can't do fish. That fishy taste gets me every time. It's a PTSD thing. I keep trying, but I'd say if I had any signs of PTSD from childhood, it's on fish.
My mom done real good with the wild, like wood ducks and stuff I would harvest, and some of the others. But when it come to that goose, she struggled with it. But that was a big old bird. That bird probably weighed, I'm going to say probably about 25 pounds.
I wonder if it'd be good deep frying it like a turkey.
I have no idea. I tell you, the people we could probably talk to is people that duck hunt a lot or something. They would probably.
I know I got some recipes for it. I want to try it.
The trout's very good too. I like trout. We don't have a lot of trout in our part of Alabama. There's a few of the streams that stay pretty chilly that you can't. Now you going up toward where Greg's at. Some of them creeks up there have
that's a whole no there too, Crystal.
Have a few trout in them, and then Alabama
fresh caviar
releases a bunch of them too in places during the year. So
I've heard cooked duck with the skin on, wrapped in bacon, probably, or stuffed inside a turkey.
I forgot Frankie's father-in-law might tell you how to cook that goose because he used to be big in all that type of hunting. So I forgot about that. Now
I'd say let me know how that goes, Janelle. But I will not be trying to cook canned fish there. So still let me know because I won't be eating it. Too many rabies for me to try. Yeah, trying to eat coon.
I've ate
Frankie
coon
said,
before.
yes, sir, he can.
Yeah. I've ate coon before. It's different. It wasn't bad. I tried it out. I've tried possum. I did not like possum.
Just so y'all know, all of y'all on here, y'all got to cook him fish because it ain't going to be here. Just saying.
But I got some crappie I need to fry.
You really do need to.
Yeah, I need to fry them up. So But 'cause that's my favorite freshwater fish is crappie. I'll put trout up there close to it, but I love crappie.
Yeah.
If it's cooked right, to me, that's
I'll take a bite or two of it, but that's usually about all I can stand.
I love crappie. My mama could fry crappie up. Woo,
what is a cottonfish?
What? Oh.
Yeah, that does say cotton. And Cynthia Johns.
Hey, Cynthia.
We are not far from Enterprise. We are north of you.
We're in Sylacauga, Talladega County. So we're a couple of hours north of you. But you're pretty close to some of these people that's on here. I'm not going to say where they live because they might not want me to, but you're pretty close to some people
Baked
on
a
here.
beaver. It was good, okay?
Yeah, my brother-in-law, Tommy.
That's right, he did too.
Yeah, he cooked some beaver one time. It wasn't bad. It was interesting.
I have not tried it.
It was interesting. I used to work with a guy. Now, Frankie can testify to this. Now, he may have been pulling our leg, but we used to work with a guy, and he's passed away now. But his name was Earl, and he acted just like Ernest T. Bass on Andy Griffin. I mean, he was identical, except he talked a little rougher.
Red horse suckers.
Yeah, they got horse suckers and stuff in the creek. I know what he's talking about.
You may have to show me what that is.
Yeah, I used to catch suckers a lot. But
with Rusty and Guess, that was good.
Yeah, thank you.
Rusty and Hattie. Been through there driving a dump truck.
Yep. So yeah, guy we used to work with, his name was Earl, but like I said, he acted just like Ernest T. Bass, and that son of a gun was a big hunter.
Earl was a mess.
And he talked about eating armadillos. I mean, you name it, muskrats. I don't know if he was pulling
I have a recipe for a muskrat.
I don't know if he was pulling our leg or not. He may have been, because you never know what was coming out of his mouth.
I have a recipe for muskrat.
Well, they ate it. Now, I don't know. He said they ate armadillos.
But you know that book that I have on wild game?
Yeah, there's probably something in there for armadillo.
I can't remember armadillo being in there, but muskrat was.
But he talked about eating all kind of crazy stuff. And, you know. So.
I think that one's in the kitchen.
Yeah, so.
No, wait.
But yeah, Earl was, he was a mess. I miss that guy. There was when you worked with him, it was always very, very interesting. What was going to come out of his mouth? Oh, me. If he liked you, though, boy, he liked you. He'd do anything for you.
Elk.
Yeah.
All
right, sister, let's stay over there. Let's stay over there, okay?
Yeah, I didn't tell you how to dress them out in here. So, let's see. Antelope.
Oh, he said that is similar to a catfish.
Armadillo is not in here, but antelope is.
I'm trying to think what that is. I don't know if we have them up here in our parts of the river system or not. Now, we have a lot of suckers, a lot of buffalo, drum, a lot of gar, of course, all types of catfish. And then we have the spotted bass, which is real prevalent to the Coosa River system. We have a Coosa River bass that's only found in the Coosa River. And of course, largemouth. And then we have the hybrid stripes and the regular stripes. Let's see. We have a lot of rock bass. That's the little bit, kind of looks like a brim, but got the red eyes. We catch a lot of them in creeks. We have the jackknife trout, they call them here. Yeah, we have some type of perch. Now we do have some walleye and sauger, but you have to get real deep water in the river to catch them. And Alabama has a limit on them, but they're usually in deep, swift water. And Greg and them, when they were doing their fishing, may have caught some up there on Smith Lake. I don't know, because that's a deep lake up there. But and then we have all types of brim. We had the shell crackers, the bluegill, what we call the pumpkin seed brim, what is it called? The green head or something like that. I mean, all kind of brim. And sometimes you catch some of those in the river, but a lot of those are up in the creeks. And there's some other fish. that jackknife trout I was talking about, what we call jackknife trout here, is kind of a pike, a small pike. And I've caught a few of them. They're about 2 foot long. They were good to eat. I mean, they're kind of bony, but you cut that tenderloin out of them. And I'll tell you something people do a lot here, and it's going to sound crazy. A lot of people take the gar and pickle the gar and the carp. And boy, it's real good like that. I've ate pickled gar and pickled carp, and it's pretty decent.
Fish is bad enough without it being pickled.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We had some guys at the quarry that used to make it all the time.
Jug fishing for channel catfish. There you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some red ear up there up there in the lake up there and everything. So.
Tough to swallow. Michael Haywood said, "Do you mean a bowfin?"
Could be. I think yes, we have some bowfins. Yeah. So.
Excuse me.
But anyway, we got all type of fish. Get a little further up north Alabama, you start getting into smallmouth. We got some smallmouth down here. You would catch them around the dams because that's where a lot of the water's flowing real good. It's pretty cool. But out in the main river channels, you won't catch much stuff like that. You're gonna catch more buffalo and.
I'm with Greg. Raw sushi, I'm out, which I'm out to start with because it's got fish in it. But if I'm going to eat it, it better be battered and baptized in oil. Yep. I like that baptized in oil.
Yeah. Yeah. So, boy, we have talked about some different foods than that. Boy. That is. We have talked about
pressure cooked fried fish patties. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man, we have talked about some different stuff. Yeah, Mr. Mark, there's a lot of fish that we don't catch, which I don't fish like I used to either. In fact, I hadn't fished a whole lot in the last 10 or 15 years like I used to fish. I fished I probably fished more than I hunted. And I hunted a lot, so it tells you how much I fished because we used to do a lot of crappie fishing at night on the rivers, go hanging lanterns out, get on the railroad bridges or highway bridges. And, the crappie come in there and our crappie ain't like they used to be. And a lot of people think that when they started stocking the stripes in the river, that a lot of the stripes eat up a lot of the crappie. Could be true. I don't know. I've also heard when the turkeys got reintroduced real hard, that's who put some pressure on the quail. And the only reason I say that, which I know fire ants, habitat, predators had a lot of stuff, but a cousin of mine worked for the Forest Service down in Canuck, or Connect, however you want to call that county. A lot of us call it Canuck County, which is there's a national forest down there right on the Florida line. He was working with a biologist, and they were catching turkeys with a net. They set a net, and the net, slings out and covers. They caught a bunch of turkeys, and they opened the crawls.
Yeah, I won't be doing a
ton of baby quail in there. So, they ate. I think he said there was 15 or 16 quail in them turkeys that they had ate. So,
wow.
Of course, it was baby quail, and so a 4-pound walleye. That's pretty big.
Brother's name is Ernie.
Huh?
My dad and brother is named Ernie.
Okay.
Mom had 8 kids.
Okay. Well, look up and see if you can any Francis from Calhoun County, Alabama. The Old Hatchie area, the Armourville, Anniston, Alabama. Look in that area and see if you have kin folks from that area. If you do, then you are kin to my brother-in-law.
Yep.
And because that's where a lot of his people come from, is that part
and
of
Francis
Alabama.
Is not a common name.
No. So his dad had 7, 8 brothers. There's a ton of them.
Yep.
And, but they all from up in that neck of the woods. Their people were farmers and grist millers, like my family. In fact,
I didn't know they were grist millers.
In fact, Tommy's great-great-grandfather was the one that built Kyle.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Tommy likes going up there so much.
Okay.
It ain't just because
Virginia.
But
Yeah.
that's his great grandfather, one of them that built that place.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So both sides of the family there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's something that's stayed in my family. My last uncle that done it passed away here a couple of years ago, and that's why I'm trying to get the grist mill going and start it back. Where somebody in our family is grinding cornmeal, because my family brought that trade over from Scotland and England in the 1700s. Yeah.
Strawberry flavored.
Strawberry flavored popcorn. Oh no, okay.
Wafers.
Okay.
Yeah, the little wafers.
Yeah.
Strawberry flavored. Oreo sounds really good too. Oreo thins. Oh, even better.
Well, let's see, we're getting to be almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's probably about time to
About time
wrap
to
this
start
up.
wrapping this up. And I guess one of the things, I know if anybody needs prayer, please, and you ain't got to state what the problem is, just say.
I have a family that needs prayer.
Okay. So,
their son is in the last stages of cancer.
okay. And yeah, I know Crystal and Greg and Mr. Mark's doing a lot better with his eyes. I understand. I sent him a text the other day to check, and he said he's doing a lot better. If anybody else knows somebody, I know Blue Eye Northern, I can't remember that guy's name now. That's my thing. Is I can't remember everybody all the time. That's why I need somebody to remind me sometimes. Please do, because I get so much going on that I can't remember everything. Yeah, Joe, thank you, Blue Eye.
There we go.
And have you heard anything from him since you told us about that? And but yeah, Cynthia, if you're ever up this way too, let us know. You message us on Facebook or something. And if we're ever down that way, because I do need to get down and visit Mr. Flatrock when I get a chance. So I won't be too far from y'all if I come to see Flatrock. So
Sager, walleye, and sauger.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've actually ate walleye and sauger. That's a pretty good fish
At
to eat.
home hospice.
Okay, still at home. Okay.
Yeah. That's where the Stringer family, he's at end stage hospice now at home.
Let's see. I'll give everybody a minute in case somebody wants to put something real quick before we start closing. In case somebody thinks of somebody or something.
And Trish, coming up the 1 year anniversary.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay, Janice, one of her good friends. Okay. I probably won't remember everybody's name, but we'll,
everybody mentioned.
But we have, yes, our soldiers. I
Definitely.
agree with that.
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to remind you to talk about that.
What was we going to talk about?
Israel.
That's right. We'll talk about Israel real quick. We'll keep it short. In fact, I started on it a while ago, and somehow we got off on it. What's going on in Israel is very sad. Of course, we know it's a terrorist bunch.
You're leaving me.
And a lot of people say, I've seen a lot of people comment, what does Israel have to do with the United States? Israel has a lot to do with the United States. What happens in the Middle East can spread the whole world pretty quick. And we know what we have over here already. And also Israel is, the people there are God's chosen people. I know a lot of folks could care less, but you go to messing with God's people, which we're God's people too as Christians, but but that's his people too, and he will fight for them. And some of this could be, stuff that's going to happen that we can see a lot of things rev up from this. So y'all keep an eye on Israel, what's going on over there, and yes, it can affect us over here big time. And we'll just pray for them people over there. I know a lot of people say, hey, let's get along, just like I say, but there's sometimes you just can't get along because the other bunch is wanting to wipe you out completely and you have to start fighting back. And I don't condone violence, but if it comes down to it between me and somebody else and me dying and them dying, I hate to say it.
Yeah,
I don't want to,
about the church
but
mission
I'm
trip.
gonna fight for my life before I let somebody take it. And them people over there, I know they've been fighting for thousands of years and they're gonna keep on fighting. I know that, but they still are. We need to pray for them and hope, that this calms down. Because the United States could get involved in it. Even though we're sending stuff, we could get manpower involved in it, and then who else will want to get all involved in it, all these other bunches, and here we go. So we need to really pray for that, and really pray for that. So, okay, Mr. Glenn, you from Ohio, cool. I go to Ohio pretty regular, so y'all just remember Israel in your prayer, and it does matter. It does matter. Be paying attention to that. That's where a lot of things are going to be coming from. And so y'all pay attention to that. And could be.
Evacuation papers from planes. Wow.
Could be. I'd be watching that whole thing very close, keeping up with that, and see what other nations start running their mouth and start doing stuff too.
Oh, cool. They live with the Amish.
Oh, okay, cool. I come to Ohio. My kids are in Ohio. They're in Dublin.
We go through the Amish community.
They're in the Dublin area.
Shut off the gas supply.
So I do come up there some. Ohio was a pretty state. I've been to Hocking Hills and through Cincinnati, Columbus, and been over to Salt Fork. That's a real pretty area. Been over around Dayton, back up in that neck of the woods. Real pretty country. And both my kids are right there in Dublin area, and they were born in Alabama. They just moved up there with Mama when she moved up there to go to work for a company up there. So they've been up there now, 5 years, 6.
Oh, since
2017. No, since about 17. But I think it's 17.
So they moved up there when we got married?
Right before we got married, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say it was 17.
I thought it was 15.
Yeah. Then Katie went, about a year later.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, a lot of Amish in Ohio. I've seen a lot of them in different places. Right above Marysville and I guess the town of Delaware. I've seen a good many Amish in that area. Me and my boy would get out, ride around, checking out the countryside. So, yeah. And we have a good bit of Amish close to us. A lot of them right there in Tennessee, right across the Alabama line. But a lot of those have moved into Alabama, northern Mississippi. Yep. And we had some that wanted to move down here in our area. And
we had a family that was down here, but
we have some Mennonites.
Didn't they quit being Amish? The Yoders?
Yeah, we've had some moving here that quit being Amish. But we have some Mennonites right below us. And we had some Amish that came look at property. They loved it, but there was one problem, and I ain't going into that problem, why they wouldn't. So,
no.
They
didn't like the diversity.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put that. I
wasn't even going to say that. I'm just going to leave it be.
As I say, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Some things best said. But
that's why I phrased it the way I did. So.
But, not knocking them. That's their money. They can buy where they want to. Anyway, I used to know some of them very well. And was on speaking terms and was able to go sit in their house with them.
They moved to
over to Shiloh,
which is
Tennessee
still.
Right above the Alabama line.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. They wanted land down in here bad because they liked all the timber, especially all the pine timber, and they liked that and all that. They just had one hiccup, and but over time, some of them may still show up in here. They're going to have to. They had to spread out to keep buying property. So,
and they're having to spread out for new blood.
Now, what did PJ say about if Israel doesn't stop, they will shut off the gas supply?
You didn't hear me say that?
No, I didn't, because
the Hamas.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't going on that right now.
As we're going to stay out of the politics part of it. We just want to remember that. Yeah.
Well, if nobody else, they want to, yes, it is. Yes. PJ, it is. And yes, you're correct, Pyro. That's why I was saying watch that area real close. Watch that area real close.
Yep.
And I don't know if y'all know it. I have not found it. Somebody else may different with me about it, and that is fine. But I have never found nothing in the Bible about America.
Nope.
I hate to say that, but I have not.
We
found
are not
nothing.
there.
If it is, it's. There's some people that say it is, but I have never seen it. So, so. But we'll see what happens. But one thing about it, I'm gonna say this. God will not forget his children in the U.S. Right. I'll tell you that now. If you're a born again Christian and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and you're one of his kids, he's not going to forget you. I'll tell you that now because he's made that promise. But anyway, so let's get ready to close. We'll say prayer and we'll get off here and let everybody get to doing what they need to do tonight because it's about 9 o'clock. And we've run our mouth too long. Oh, me. So, all right. Anything you want to add real quick?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll say the prayer, then we'll get real close. All right.
Yep.
Lord, thank you for everything you do for us each and every day and what you will do for us in the future, Lord. Thank you for all the blessings, for everything you give us. For everything, Lord. Thank you for the people you put in our lives. Thank you, Lord, for your son and for his sacrifice for us. All praise and glory be unto you. Lord, be with all the people that have been mentioned tonight that I've said, that other people have said, whatever their problems may be, Lord, for it be from sickness to drama, whatever they have going on, Lord, stress. There's all kind of things. Be with them, Lord, whatever that problem may be. Sustain them, Lord, and give them peace, Lord. Your will be done on whatever you want to do. Lord, forgive us for our sins. And Lord, help us forgive others, which is a very hard thing to do, Lord. But with you, we are capable of doing it. Lord, thank you for everything. Be with us tonight and through this weekend to next week, to our next time we're on this live. And just be with us. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Cynthia. I hope I didn't call names because sometimes I forget names, but I hope I covered everybody for whatever they have going on. So,
all right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We already got prospecting.
Yeah.
Saying good night. So,
y'all remember, love one another, get along, be kind, because being kind doesn't cost nothing. Don't be judgmental. If you ain't got something nice to say, sometimes it's best not to say nothing. There is times you need to take up for people and fight for people. I agree. You need to pray about it and make sure they're in the right before you come out fighting for them.
Yep.
And because there's a lot of things going on.
Yep.
And we need to pray constantly about something every day. Try to carry it and talk to him and have a relationship with him. And y'all remember everybody we support. Spencer and Misty on Woodwalkers. Mr. Mark and Mr. Larry on Beast. Chris on
Discover Sasquatch.
Discover Sasquatch, Squatch and Holler. Missy and Sherry and her family on SAS on Facebook. Miss
PJ
Bama on
Arkansas.
Facebook. PJ
With her channel.
Yes. Let's see.
Those
Thank
of you
you,
that have a
PJ,
channel-
for the very kind words you said on your video today. Thank you very much for those kind words.
Those of you that have a channel, make sure you leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
You can leave them in the live comments, or you come back and put them in the comments after the video. We don't mind.
And I hope there's somebody I didn't forget. If I did, please forgive me. I can't always
Lori and
remember
them.
everybody. So,
What's Lori and them?
night callers.
Night callers.
And y'all just hope y'all have a good weekend.
Yep.
All right. Love
Bye,
y'all. Bye bye.